blood-soaked ground, a devil's stream. Fire rains, the battle calls. Demons dance as heaven falls. Warriors wail, the damned ignite. Infernal's wrath, eternal night. Steel bites, the heavens quake. Flesh and bone, the earth will break. Ashes rain, the reapers feast. Darkness spreads, a crimson beast. Thunder cracks, the end draws near. Hope draws in the ocean of fear. Angels whip their wings in flame. Lost to the void, none remain. Fire rains, the battle calls. Demons dance as heaven falls. Choirs wail, the damned ignite. Infernal's wrath, eternal Echoes fade, the war is done. A blood-red sky, a blackened sun. Souls consumed, no path to light. Hail victorious, endless
Hello. Or rather, sup, fuckers. Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? Is that a little loud? It might be a little loud. Hello, world. All right, we have chat. That is loud. At least in my ear it is. I need that like way lower. There we go. That's better. I hope everything sounds all right. Hello, sup fuckers, we're back. I've been gone. I have been moving. I have been moving for, it feels like forever now. Weeks and weeks and weeks. We just got into the new place. We've been unpacking. We've been getting things set up. But we are very excited to be here in our new home. Okay, I think we're all set up. Alright, looks like the delay is good. Alright. Sorry, it's been a while. I want to make sure everything's running smoothly. I have a new place. I live in a new world. I left the stupid city of Atlanta because Atlanta is a hellhole. Where joy goes to die. Specifically, joy goes to die in the traffic that makes up the entire city. There is ongoing traffic every hour of every day. Specifically, like I have a hair on my face. Curses of having a dog, you know. Also, you might see a new animal running around in the background. I saw him a minute ago. Luffy, get off the counter. Luffy. Thank you, Ozzy. Ozzy, come here. My enforcement squad. All right, so we have a new animal in the house. We have a Nimbus over there. Nimbus, the nickname is Luffy, but that is my partner's cat. Came from their previous home. But yeah, I live with a cat now, as well as, of course, Oswald, who's back there on the bed right now. He's got a Kong that he's chewing on. My dog's human. Yo, hello. We have. I'm here. You know, a human's here, but more importantly, we have dog here. They're like a skinwalker. No, we don't talk about. Hello, welcome in. We don't talk about skinwalkers in here. Ozzy, chill. No. We don't talk about flesh pedestrians in this household. They however, I will say labradoodles, the doodles of poodles in general, they definitely have that flesh pedestrian aesthetic to them. They definitely have that vibe. We have not only Ozzy back there, the doggy, we have Luffy. Oh no. They're getting used to each other still. Ozzy. Can you come here? Can you come here? Come here. Are you gonna stay there? Alright, fine, stay there. He's upset because I gave attention to another animal. But yes, we have new animals living together. They're getting used to each other still, but they're doing very well, and we're very excited about that. But yes, a human is here, but more importantly, the dogs are here, or the dog is here. The dog and the cat. But we have finished moving. We are all done. We are out of Atlanta, out of that hellhole. No more dealing with traffic. It was awful dealing with the traffic. It was, generally speaking, like, it would take me 15 minutes with no traffic to get to work. However, it generally took me about probably 40 minutes to get to work most days. Just, again, due to the traffic. Just absolutely crazy amounts of cars, and nothing that the city does anything better, or nothing that they do helps in any way, because their only solution is to add more lanes, not to actually invest in anything that would be helpful, like good infrastructure, like public transit. Instead, they just add more lanes to a highway to make it more car-centric. But I am very excited that we are done moving. I spent so much time moving boxes, so much time in the hot sun. Summer is a terrible time to move. Just the worst time to move the summer, especially considering the world's on fire right now. It is absolutely dreadful outside. I sweat buckets and buckets and buckets and buckets of sweat. And I'm very glad that everything's inside. Now that everything is inside, it's just, finishing getting everything set up where it needs to go. It's getting everything set up for streaming, getting set up for the animals, getting set up for work and life, and getting everything clean. I hate post-move, like pulling clothes out and having to get everything organized. Pulling it out of boxes and out of bags, it feels like they are dirty for me, and so I feel the need to wash them after I've moved in somewhere. So we've just been going through that whole process. Our kitty is back. It's funny. All day today, this cat, little Nimbus down here, all day today, Nimbus has been just ignoring me, hasn't had any interest in doing anything. But as soon as I start streaming, all of a sudden, Nimbus is out here. All of a sudden, we've got a best buddy that's gonna chill with us for the entire day. Luckily, it only upsets the other animals slightly. Let's see here. Let's turn that down a little bit. Hope that's not too quiet. If it's too loud, it distracts me, and I get distracted way too easily. Anyway, today we are reading One Piece 1156. So now that I've moved to Columbus and everything's organized and unpacked, I'm planning on going ahead and starting my streaming. I'm going to be streaming every single day, Monday through Friday for right now. Probably going to be doing like 11 to 3, maybe 11:30 to 3:30. Figure out from there. But I'm going to be streaming probably Monday through Friday, off here and there to go out and do stuff about the community, in and about the community. There's a group of ladies that like to hang out around downtown, and they have these little pamphlets that they hand out, but they offer free Bible courses. I'm going to be going downtown and be offering out, instead of free Bible courses, my little sign is going to say free trans communist courses, and we're gonna I'll offer explanations for all of the scaredy cats out there who have never seen a trans person, or have never met one, and they're freaked out by the idea, and their xenophobia go a little crazy. But so I'm excited to do that as well. Aside from that, trying to do mutual aid in the area, feeding people who are hungry. All things I'm excited to do, all things I'm excited to get started with. But I am a week behind on my One Piece chapter. Oda knew that I was moving. Very, very sweet of Oda. He knew that I was moving and knew that he needed to give me a little bit of time to get things set up. So we had a chapter last week. And that chapter, was 11:55. What day was that? That came out on, was it the 3rd? No, it would have come out on the 27th. So that came out on the 27th, I think, and I read it then. Maybe that's right. I can't remember, to be quite honest with you. Every day is gone from my memory. I have no recollection whatsoever. But so we have no chapter that came out yesterday, and we have a chapter that comes out in 6 days. So with that next chapter coming out in 6 days, Monday is going to be the start of my Mugi Monday Cheese Weeb Club, where I'm going to be teaching cheese classes Mondays, probably Monday afternoon. For right now, we'll see how that goes for a little bit, and then it'll be coinciding with the One Piece chapter, so that way we can have a little cheese and wine tasting, and then afterwards we'll go into the One Piece chapter, and I'll have snacks for it, luckily. For everybody that wants to tune in, if anybody is interested, we'll get to watch it together, and we'll get to learn about cheese. I'll go take you on a guided tasting tour, talk about the cheeses, where they come from. I specifically have 2 cheeses this week that I'm going to be bringing from Switzerland. I've talked about some of them before, but I don't think anybody here is going to mind. But I have a new chalkboard in my new space that we're going to be using and setting up. So I look forward to doing all of that. And yeah, it should be a fun day. So that's going to be next Monday. Aside from that, this week I'm just going to be sort of catching up on stuff, I think. Today, like I said, I'm going to read the chapter. And then after that, I'm probably going to end the stream, start a new one, and start working on getting some content together around those, and some old stuff. And then the rest of the week I'll just be catching up on news and whatever we want to do and talk about, maybe play a little bit of a game here and there. But to be quite honest, there's a lot of news going on in the world right now. The world's on fire, and feels like we better get to work and get started talking about that. So I'm going to go ahead and issue a spoiler warning for anybody that is not caught up on One Piece, that may be in the stream or maybe listening outside of the stream on YouTube. Now's a good chance to go ahead and mute or pause or switch over to something else. Well, never mind, never switch over to something else. You don't want to leave the stream. You want to stay in here. Oh, there they go. There they go back there. Oh, y'all playing, or y'all being mean, Ozzy? Looks like you're playing. Lay down. You lay down? Lay down. Yeah, so for anybody in here, I would go ahead and recommend leaving or pausing or taking a break and coming back in just a bit, because spoiler warning, One Piece spoilers. Chill out in there then. Lay down. Oswald can't decide what he wants to do, but he's getting stressed. He's going to take a little nap in his crate for a little while. He'll come back out and visit us in a little bit. So anyway, One Piece chapter time. Last week was a wild chapter. Rather, the last chapter we had was a wild chapter. I was just flashing through it to remember the theories that I had, to remember the thoughts that I had in general. But last time we had rocks. Last time we had rocks roll up into Emu's flower garden, and threaten him. He just came in, aura farmed, threatened the place, and up and left. He really I really hope the person listening right now isn't paying attention to spoilers if they aren't caught up with One Piece. Anyway, Rocks really looks like Buggy here. It's really upsetting. I've never been more convinced. I need to see Gunko's hair color. I need to see Emu. I think Emu. Oh God, is Emu a sad clown? Anyway, Rocks came in. Aura Farm said, "Hey, what's up, everybody? I am here, or rather, what's up, Emu? I am here. I'm ready to rumble. I'm ready to toss and tumble." And it seems as though Emu was not prepared for that. But he ended by saying that he'll be back. He'll come back to that spot. From what I've heard, the new chapter is absolutely insane. The last one officially ended with him trying to recruit Harold and us getting a nice double page, not a full double panel spread, but a double page of the Rocks crew, which was very exciting to see. We get to see young Stussy. I think it's Stussy. We get to see a young Stussy. We get to see our favorite dad, Edward Newgate's favorite daddy. Our favorite daddy. But we see them having a feast together with Harold, who's it seems like he's saying no, he doesn't want to join. But we do also see Loki's worldview completely shift in this moment. It seems as though Loki officially has found the first sign of hope that he's ever seen. The idea that there's nothing that lasts forever, and that if with enough strength he's unstoppable. It seems like, okay, finally a way to get some attention in this place. Poor Loki, poor Loki. I love him. I love him so much. He is so sweet, so cute. Look at the little snot coming out of his nose. Look at he's got a little snot. Oh, what a cutie. We see them going to, we see them going back to Full lead. And we see the Rocks Jolly Roger. And from what I understand, this next chapter is an exciting one. So with that, we are going to go into, oh, that's beautiful. We are going to go into the new chapter, and oh wow, do we have a treat? I didn't even know. I did see the Sanji. I didn't realize it was a new Sanji, but we do have a new cover panel. Oh, it's so pretty. Hang on. I think I can show this. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's got little crew. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, there's little, so you have little Usopp there. You have little Jinbei, little Frankie. You have Chopper, Robin. You have Brooke, Nami. That's everyone, right? Yeah. Zoro, Sanji, Luffy. Oh, the wings. That's beautiful. Why is Nami out here with the wings? I feel like it's safe to say Nami is vice captain. I don't think it's safe to say. I have a running theory Nami is vice captain, or going to get the title of vice captain at some point. But I mean, like, when Luffy's not around, who takes charge? It's Nami. That's a discussion for another time. This is a beautiful panel. Oh, I love it so much. Oh no, I've been paused. Okay, so we've got an intimidating person coming through. It's Kyo the Hitman. Future Silver Axe coming in, and oh my gosh, we've got some lore. I was just talking about how they were just calling it a fish rock. I think that was all recorded. I hope so. Oh, I was just talking about how they were calling it a fish rock. And it's as soon as I said I'd never heard it called that before, they immediately blow the eye holes out. I think opening these holes was the right idea. Don't you agree? Says Rocks, I presume. All right. Yeah. We've got everybody. Okay, hang on. Hang on now. We've got lore. To sum it all, there's 2 devil fruits out there I want. One of them is most likely found on Obath, and its power will only be truly unlocked if Harold eats it. After that, you want to find Gaela, right? I only know of them as a legend. Gaela? Oh, Galela. That's right, the Galela Giants. Oh, the Galela Giants! Galela Giants! I've got my information network on the hunt, but there's no hint of a band of frozen giants anywhere. Says Pirate Charlotte Linlin, future Big Mom. If they exist, they're corpses. Says Edward Newgate, captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. Which, Strusen, Linlin's partner. Good point, they ain't coming back to life. Shut up, we're talking about dreams here. Barbell, Catfish Fishman, who's plus, even if they were to somehow be brought back, they have no reason to listen to you. And that's why I need the power of Harold, King of Elbath. Can't you just suppress them with sheer strength? Same thing for Harold. Just crush him and make him obey you. Says Kaido, future King of the Beasts. Don't ever say that to me again. Hey, knock it off, Rocks. Oh shit, Rocks just kicked the shit out of Kaido? Bastard. You too, Kaido, calm down. We just got this island. You want to smash it to pieces? This crew is bound to fall apart sooner or later. Yeah, so why don't we earn a little more before it happens? Take it easy, new kid. Harold's my pal. You say that nonsense again, I'll get rid of you first, Kaido. Very not cool. Ooh, we got the double lineup. Very not cool. Very not cool, Kaido. Do not upset Rocks. That is his friend. That is his pal. That is his girlfriend. Harold is his friend. Do not talk about that. We will get rid of you. Listen up, folks. Elbath is the key to taking down the Holy Land. If you don't trust me on that, get lost. It's up to whether or not you want to follow me on the fateful day of our mission. But if you've got the stones for it, then stick around with me for a bit. I'll show you the peak of the world. Bold claims coming from the Rocks Pirates. We have the Rocks Pirates almost double page spread. I like seeing Kaido get kicked in the face like that. That's a good image. I can't wait to come back through and screenshot this shit, so... Is Kaido not? I've got my information network on the hunt, but there's no hint of a band of frozen giants anywhere. Alright, so we now... so before I mentioned that Kaido was potentially... a person with the... one of the Galila pirates. I don't know if that still stands or not. I mean, he very well might have been. You know, maybe it's military owned and he was extracted for that purpose, for those purposes. But that was a wild chapter. That was a really good chapter. That was a really good chapter. He looks like so many people. I mean, is Rox just Genghis Khan? That is, I don't know that we've had officially a Genghis Khan character, but what if he's just everybody's dad? You know, he just gets around. He could be Kid's dad. He could be Buggy's dad. We know he's Blackbeard's dad. This is a lot of heavy hitters, though. I guess this is the first time we've seen their formed crew all together. Elbaf is the key to taking down the Holy Land. Such a good chapter. Holy crap. Jesus, that was a lot. That was a lot of stuff in this. I forgot all of the Kuja pirate stuff happened. How long have we been streaming for so far? Oh, we're already 43 minutes in. Yeah, I forgot that so much stuff happened this chapter. We got some hot Kuja pirates all through it. We got to see young Roger. This is, I assume, what Luffy's next step is going to be looking like. Is Luffy gonna get window bangs? Does Luffy get window bangs? I want Luffy to have window bangs. That sounds cute. Yeah, Roger looks adorable. Is interesting. I mean, Roger did have a kid, but it is interesting. So it does not seem as though Roger afflicts from Luffy's asexual afflicts is a part of Luffy's is a part of the asexual community as like Luffy is. We do get to see him in a straw hat, though. I don't know how many pictures or how many times we really get to see Roger in his straw hat. That's lovely. This is wild. So we do see, we also see Roger getting the shit hit out of him. After getting kicked in the head, he looks like the same side too. Yeah, on the same side of the face. So he got kicked. He got kicked by Shaki. Was it Shaki or Gloriosa? Yeah, it looks like Shaki. No, that was Gloriosa. No, Shaki. Yeah, it was Shaki. So Shaki hit him, and then who was it? That was immediately followed by Garp hitting him in the same spot. So that's got to feel great. Did it say why they were instrumental? It said these untouchable idols were the desire of all the salty dogs of the sea, and their bounty posters were traded for considerable sums. Hidden cameras and pursuers were an everyday problem for them. Get a grip, sister. Yeah, it doesn't say why they were an indispensable part of this story of this era aside specifically yet. I do like that they have the same boat. Kuja pirates have stuck with the same boat. I mean, I imagine it's probably a cultural piece for them at this point. What else happened? We had them going back. Oh yeah, we also had Loki being invited to live with Ida. So Ida's the only person that's kind to Loki in his life. Hajruden isn't. Maybe the Rocks pirates are. They might not be. He might just like them. They might not give a shit about him. Let's see. What do you mean you weren't sure? Save the boy. Yeah, Ida's the only one that's yelling at somebody to save Loki. Harold doesn't even care about Loki being saved. It was his decision to go out to sea. Who cares if he was a 10-year-old that made that decision to go out to sea? You also see Loki lashing out and denying somebody's attempt to, try to take him in and provide a loving home for him. But you also just see what appears to be Ida not really be able to deal with any confrontation or any kind of conflict. That might just be, you know, previous trauma. I don't know why they specifically showed Silver Axe here. Mobster Kyo, future Silver Axe. I wish it was Axan Morgan. That would have been funny. That would have been way funnier. We get to see Lin Lin. Always a nice sight to see. I really like seeing Kaido get kicked in the face. That feels really good. That's a nice feeling. I like. Yeah, I like seeing a bootlicker be put down with a boot. Who is it saying that it's going to fall to pieces? Was that Shiki? I think that was Shiki, but I can't tell who else that is. That the Whitebeard? I think that's Whitebeard. Right. Stick with me for a bit and we'll show you the peak of the world. So you got Big Mom, we've got other people whose names I remember. We've got Stussy, Shiki, Newgate, we've got what's his name? Strusen. I fucking hate Strusen. I don't care about Strusen. Can we cut him from can we like color over him and put put Gaimon there? Get rid of Susan, put in Gaimon. Nobody wants Susan there. Everybody wants Gaimon. That's the chapter. There's more things to talk about in here, but I don't know if I have much really to say on my own. You have the Shuka pirates dealing with hidden cameras and dealing with pursuers. That feels very in line with modern day problems that those seen as beautiful by society have to deal with, especially in Japan. The amount of stalker cases, the amount of specifically like hidden camera, upskirt style like harassers. They have across the country. Not that is a problem elsewhere, but it is quite prevalent in Japan, as well as like South Korea. So it's a nice acknowledgement of even though you know they are the Kuja pirates, even though they are strong women who only surround themselves by with women, they are still subjected to the disgusting urges that come along with the patriarchy. You have again a group. You have a group of women who do the best that they can to never have to interact with men, and simply because they are beautiful, they are subjected to harassment and they are objectified, put through harassment such as hidden cameras and being stalked by people. Despite the fact that they are the Kuja pirates and they are a very strong and indispensable part of the story of this era, they are still subjected to the same things that everybody is, because we are all subjected to the downfalls and the shortcomings of the patriarchy. Stop filming women without their consent. You know, I think about the fact that One Piece is written for teenage boys. I hope that they see this little lesson here and think, you know what, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't grow up to do that. Yeah, we love respecting women and their boundaries. We see Loki again being shit on. Poor guy. So Gloriosa goes through the same thing as Boa. Shaki goes through the same thing as Boa and Gloriosa. The common the way in which beauty is shown for these women and the way in which they are adorned for their beauty, without respect to who they are as a person, in this like dehumanizing, objectifying way. Because like if you say that you love somebody but you don't care about their morals, you don't care about their views, you don't care about their stances. Gandalf the Third, what's up? Welcome in. We're talking about the new One Piece chapter that came out. Got a leftist tag? Hell yeah, we love the left. We're reading One Piece to talk about leftist values, specifically right now about the objectification of women through things like their beauty and through in the way in which women are loved because of their beauty. They are not loved because of their morals, and they're not loved because of their the views that they have. They're not loved for their intelligence, and you know, in the same way that you would love, you know, a perfectly manicured doll, or in the same way that like a trad dad would love having his perfectly groomed yard. You know, there's just a inherent objectification for loving something only for its beauty, obviously, but without any care towards anything else. But yeah, I have a leftist tag. Gotta fight the good fight. There's Nazis everywhere out and about. So we are in here talking about as many leftist values as we can, as well as we're going to be talking about cheese. I'm a cheesemonger by trade, and so going to be discussing cheese and doing cheese classes as time goes on. Next Monday, I'll be doing my Cheese Weeb Book Club, in which we do a One Piece chapter review, as well as a cheese class. I'll be doing 2 Swiss cheeses next week that I'm very excited to eat. I get to eat it. You get to listen to me talk about it and watch me eat it. But what would you say to a person who has recruited 15 to 17 people away from conservative Islam to a spirituality based on leftist internet politics? I mean, I think, my personal opinion is like, I feel like religion doesn't really help all that much. In terms of like, for me personally, I have much more stake and value in somebody having their own moral grounding, as opposed to getting it from a specific source, such as, you know, a religious text or what have you. But I mean, if leftist internet politics compared to conservative Islam, I would definitely say that leftist internet politics is probably a little bit more inclusive and a little bit more tolerant than conservative Islam is. So I would say good work to the person who's recruited those people away. Good job. I was talking earlier about how I'm planning. I just moved. I've been getting through a move recently, but I was talking about earlier that I'm going to be soon. We have people in our community that offer free Bible courses. They have a little placard that says free Bible courses on it, and they talk to people on the streets, and they offer pamphlets to them. I'm going to be doing the same thing, except mine is going to say instead trans communist classes or courses, and I'll be offering out red cards, offering out information on, you know, being nice to trans people and not treating them like they're dirt or like they should be killed or what have you. You know, the common like conservative values that you see nowadays. So I mean, I think there's absolutely, you know, purpose and reason to try to recruit people from conservative religions of any kind. I wouldn't say even necessarily Islam. Well, I would say most religions are conservative, but I would say it doesn't necessarily have to be a matter of like conservative Islam specifically. Like I would say good job as well for like getting that many people away from like conservative Christian, or rather Christianity, and towards more of a, like, again, self-aware, self-grounded worldview and like moral compass and moral guiding system, as opposed to, you know, a book that says slavery is okay and that that has the opportunity to say it's not okay and doesn't take that opportunity. Leftist internet politics. I'm a leftist on the internet. I'll tell you right now, I don't condone slavery. It's really easy. I don't know why God didn't do that, but anyway. So yeah, I don't necessarily think that there's specific like desire to get people away specifically from Islam as much as like people away from like religion in general, and again have more of like a foundation in themselves and like their own life, and finding joy in what they can as opposed to being told what they can and cannot enjoy. And of course that statement is based off of respect towards morals towards other, or rather respect towards consent towards others. You know, you can't have pleasure that is at the cost of somebody else's autonomy or consent. At least not in a world that I want to be a part of. But yeah, that's hopefully a decent answer for you. A more simple answer is, what would I say to the person? I would say good job. I'd say recruited people away from religion. I personally don't necessarily have a drive to get people like, you've got to give up religion. Like if that's what floats your boat and that's what makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. That I'm glad that you have that. But where you have like conservative religion, fundamentalist religions, where they again force doctrine on others, force hate towards others, that's where I have more of a problem, and that's where I have a bigger issue. And I've seen that in about every religion that I've looked at anyway. Except I haven't really seen that in One Piece. I will say One Piece is pretty good about that. You know, talking about this One Piece chapter, they're talking about a crew made up entirely of women, and specifically a group of women that on their island they forbid men from coming onto because it's a society of women. And yet, despite the fact that they are powerful pirates, despite the fact that they are figureheads and leaders of the world for women everywhere, where is it? What did it say? These untouchable idols were the desire of all the salty dogs of the sea, and their bounty posters were traded for considerable sums. Hidden cameras and pursuers were an everyday problem for them. Like a book that's been going on for the past 28 years, I think now, is managing to subtly point out that through a system in which men are dominant and which through women are subjected and forced into subjection, there's always going to be an objectification of those women. There's always going to be an exploitation of those women, despite how much power they have, despite how influential they might be. Because they are women, they are still going to be objectified. They are still going to be sexualized without or against their consent. And you can't find that in the Bible. In the Bible, you find things that say, women should be subservient to their husbands. I don't like that as much. Call me crazy. I don't think that's cool. Some people are into that. I don't like making every decision. I've always thought that's really weird. This idea of like, women have to be subservient to the men of the household. Like, why would you want to make every decision? I hate making decisions. I like chilling out. I like hanging out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. The idea of making every decision, like 3 meals a day for the rest of your life for 2 people, you want to make that choice every single day? No, of course not. But if you get a conservative into the room that believes that women should be subservient, they'll give you some spiel about how they should be subservient, and they should listen to me, but also we should respect women. We should have their say, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what the man, wants to do. But no, they still have the autonomy to do what they want to do, but they need to make sure that they respect their husband. Like, every single time I've heard this argument, that's what it ends up turning into. And so I don't understand why anybody would try to defend that, but 2, I don't see where it gets anybody either. I think I'm done talking about One Piece today. I think that's everything I want to talk about One Piece. I've been streaming for right about an hour now, and I am going to actually quit out this stream, and I'm going to, in a couple minutes, start up another one and start talking about actual news, as opposed to this. I just did it this way so it'd be easier for me to just upload the file onto YouTube, and then later I can upload another file onto YouTube. But thanks for stopping in and chatting if you're still here. I appreciate you joining in, and I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you come back again. Hopefully you see you again soon. But yeah, everybody stay safe out there. I'll be back before too long. I'm gonna make a Instagram post or something and go. Oh wait, let me take a photo real quick before. All right. Now I'm done. Everybody have a great couple of minutes until I'm back on. Hopefully I see somebody again soon. Starting soon. Be right back. We'll just do thank you. Wee! Thank you everybody. Be back soon.